Greetings, YouTube, and for those that regularly follow my channel, don't get used to 2 videos a day from me. Yeah, demonetized. YouTube hates cat videos, apparently. So, if you watched my channel a couple weeks ago, I noticed that some demonetization was occurring across several of my videos, which didn't really seem to have a whole lot to do with anything. Now, you know, I do 3 live streams a week, and I'll pretty much answer any question, and sometimes the questions can get a little hairy. And so what I started to do is after a live show was over, is I would pull the videos off. I would even make them private, take all the monetization off, and I'd put up an edited version which removed all of the comments. And I like that method because it gives me, one, it gives me an extra video upload per week for each one of those live streams, but 2, it gives me a lot better concise video for the things we're talking about, which actually means great. It's a lot better for the people who catch the video after the live stream. But still, even though occasionally some people in the comments will leave some really interesting comments that are problematic, what was happening is all of a sudden, after I hit a certain level, YouTube just starts randomly demonetizing my videos. Pretty much all of them. In fact, this poor little kitty right here was demonetized. You were demonetized. No more temptations for you. Nope. Nope. So what I started to observe is that as I was doing videos and whatnot, is that eventually it would get to the point where every video that I had would pretty much instantly be demonetized. And so I'm going to show you a couple of those videos now. Okay, so here is the screenshot that I took yesterday. So what happened is, you'll see the top video there, the top 5 Ubuntu community builds. Okay, there is nothing in that video that is even remotely close to non-advertiser friendly, no matter what way, shape, or form. Look at the video underneath it. The Outdoor Philosophy, Simplified Part 1, Outdoor Philosophy. This is a video of success principles, okay? Now, you will see the third one down, owned by your corporate overlords, the tinfoil hat time. While weird to some people, they are not videos that are in any way problematic from any real standpoint. Basically, I don't swear at all in my videos. I have, I guess, 404. I guess that's like 408 videos right now on my YouTube account. Never one time have you heard a bad word. Never one time have I showed graphic violence. Never one time have I even talked about graphic violence. Okay, there is one video I have on my channel which actually discusses anything which is remotely remotely controversial, and I'm going to show you that one in just a moment here. Okay, so this video here, called the blocking crap on my own device should be pretty easy. The only reason this video is even remotely controversial has to do with the fact that we are discussing through there the concept and dangers and the problems and challenges of pornography, which, as you will notice, I can't see it here. Let me go ahead and mute this so you don't hear the noise. You can see I even put a parental advisory directly on this video. Okay, but it's perfectly monetized. So what they're doing isn't making any sense. Not at all. This is not an algorithm. This is targeted users for whatever reason. Now, it could be targeted users for who knows what reason. I'm sticking with my theory that YouTube is targeting users that are crossing over a threshold where YouTube would have to start paying them out advertiser revenue every month. And the reason is, if they can do this to 1 million accounts and prevent a $95 payout, that's 95 times 1 million accounts. That is a whole lot of money that they don't have to pay out. So I think that what we should do, let's see what happens if you say, hey, if there's anything in your account at the end of the month and you have direct deposit enabled on your account, they should be forced to pay you out, no matter how much is there. I wonder if that would take care of some of this, because none of this seems to really make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever what they are doing right now. And one of the reasons I say that is what I decided to do is run a little test. So yesterday I ran a test and I developed a cat video. Now the video there that's blurred out right above the cat video, that's a private video for a client. That's why that's blurred out. But you will see here that it did take less than 24 hours, but this is a cat video. It is now demonetized. Why? What is so advertiser friendly about a cat video? Okay, and what this cat video is, it is a cat video that simply has on it, I mean, it's cats, pictures of cats. Let me show you that video in case you don't really believe me. Okay, here it is. It is a cat video. I have pulled 4 songs off of the creators corner on YouTube that are all allowed to be used on monetized videos. And it is simply not even, I mean, it's not well done. For curious, this is the only reason I put this up is a demonetization test. All this is pictures of cats. It is a 10-minute clip of pictures of cats. That's one of my favorites. All right. Now, the only talking is at the end of the video, I have my standard outflow. This is how you can support this channel. That is it. These are the tags. Switch to Linux, cats, Linux, cats, kittens, cats grow up, privacy, technology. Here is the description. Why is this demonetized? Really? Why is this demonetized? I'm sticking to my theory that the thing is that I'm so close to that point that if they can knock down some of it, they can save a lot of money. This is a way that they can shave off some dollars spreading out to people, randomly targeting channels and demonetizing videos. There is nothing in any video that even comes close to violating the terms of service. And I've read them. If you follow my channel, you know I'm a guy that reads terms of service. I do not swear. I do not have graphic content. I don't talk about graphic content. There's only one time I brought up graphic stuff. And I put a parental advisory on that video. And yes, I kept it monetized, but that was okay. And it wasn't bad, even then. Okay, so what is going on? What can we do about it? Well, I'm sticking with that belief that it has to do with money. This is just them shaving off money by kicking some people out. Now, you might say, oh, well, it's a private company. They have the right to do that. I disagree. They are offering a service, and people rely on this. They're offering their system, and they're saying these are our terms and conditions. If it does not violate their terms and conditions, and I am a YouTube partner, which I am, they should not have any right or ability to demonetize any video. Furthermore, if I hit request a look, I shouldn't have to wait for 1,000 videos over 1,000 views over 7 days, because that destroys pretty much every bit of revenue I could possibly make as a small channel. In fact, the only thing that really saves me right now is the fact of how many videos I have. The fact that I've made a commitment for a year or so to do a video a day. The reason for that will give me enough build up that I should actually make just about enough, but honestly, it's not worth it all that much. We need clear answers. We don't need them sitting behind an unveiled way of no means of communication. This is not an algorithm. If this was an algorithm, there's not a chance in Hades that an algorithm would have found a cat video with music with no words and demonetized such a video. There's nothing on it. And I'll link the video and put a card in the video so you can see the video yourself. There's nothing on this thing. Why is this video demonetized? Now, what can we do about it as a YouTube community? Of course, the apocalypse happened because the advertisers are like, oh, something's crazy. Of course, it was all started by the Wall Street Journal. So first, we just need to stop supporting Wall Street Journal, like, period. They're not even really a good news source anyway. They never really were. Go to their website. It's so blocked behind ad crap that probably malware-filled ads. They're just like, we're mad at YouTube. They're taking all of our money. No, the reason is because your website's stupid and liberal. Whether you agree with that viewpoint or not, it's so biased. It comes off as biased. You guys sit there for, like, this has been well documented. What caused the apocalypse is they found the most offensive video they could do, and they kept reloading it until they found an ad on the thing, which happens. And according to Google's own terms and conditions, when you buy an ad, they say a small percentage of your ads may very well appear on objectionable content. And then they found that one black swan that took them forever to find, and then they made a big deal about it to try and pull money out. We're mad! We're mad! Wall Street Journal, I blocked you on all my computers because you're behind a paywall and an anti-ad blocker and all this, and you wonder why your revenue's falling down? That's why. All right. But let's turn this around a little bit because, you see, I used to work for small startup companies, and one of the things that hurts small startup tech companies, if you're not good at this, is if you grow too fast and you do not have an infrastructure in place, then what can happen is you will get to this point where your infrastructure can collapse on you. So I was working for this startup, and I had started working for them, I don't know, about 9 months or so after they started, and we experienced 300% growth 3 years in a row. And at that third point of 300% growth, our infrastructure collapsed and nobody could get onto our system. And we lost a huge amount of revenue. Well, you know, advertisers are not the only people that make this YouTube thing go. Maybe what we should do as a YouTube community is say, you know what, we're going to take a day or a week. I mean, hell, some of us are losing 30 to 70% of our revenue anyway, thanks to all this demonetization crap. What if we all got together and for a week or so, we all chose to demonetize all of our videos? You know what would happen? Nobody would be running ads on YouTube. That means that demand died. And YouTube might actually have to go back to the advertisers and say, nobody's doing anything. Nobody's allowing us to run your ads. And then the advertisers look at us and go, what's going on? Because what YouTube needs to understand is that the advertisers are not the only ones that bring money. The reason advertisers come to YouTube with money in hand going, take our money, is because we as the content producers give them videos to put those ads on. And YouTube has got to start realizing that we are as important as the advertisers. We're not yesterday's meat, but the only reason they can get away with this is because of how many of us there are. But if all of us move as a community, it'll be like, picture this in your head. I'm sure most of the people within hearing of my voice has seen the movie Finding Nemo. Do you remember when all the fish were caught and they're going all over and they're like, and then Nemo shoots in that net and he starts telling everybody swim in the same direction. And we switch in the same direction and they push the net out and end up breaking the boat. We as a community, if we get unified, we can do that. we as a community, we can gather together and say, let's pick a day. Let's pick a week where we're all going to turn it off. And what happens is YouTube will get the message loud and clear that we matter as much as the advertisers. Because while it's the advertisers actually writing the checks, they are writing the checks to put their stuff on our videos. And if we can all set aside our differences and say, let's all just choose to do this for a week, we will choke supply. And that will put the ball back in our court, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get a few clear answers. Because this is not some algorithm thing. They're not looking for words. They're not looking at tags. They're not looking at much of anything. Or this video about cats would not be demonetized. Of course, I didn't even really mention the other one, this Success Principles one. Now, you will notice in my, I'll go ahead and bring this up again real quick. You will notice in this screenshot that the top 5 video and the outdoor philosophy video, these do now have monetization. This happened quite randomly, literally about an hour ago from when I'm recording this video. It just kind of happened. In fact, this Xubuntu one, I'm expecting to see that one become demonetized very soon. Okay, so here is a live view of my limited or no ads. Now, to be sure, the yellow thing might mean you will still get some ads, but it's limited in what you have. One thing you will notice is that these two here, despite their green, they're showing up in this list. That's very curious to me. I'm not sure why that happens. Is this monetized or is this not monetized? I haven't a clue. Of course, these other ones are. Another video I will draw your attention to. This one sounds a little crazy. Lists in Muslim Registry. If you actually watch that video, though, you will find that that video is a very appropriate video. And the first time my channel was hit with demonetization and limiting behind your login account, this video was actually in that list as well. And I challenged that. And within a day of initially challenging that, they came back and said, yes, this video is appropriate for ads. Why is it all of a sudden on this list of not suitable for advertisers again? What's going on? Why is this suddenly appearing in that list? Now, of course, the problem is that these guys here, I may never actually get any real monetization from them because they're older videos. They will probably not cross that 1,000 views over 7 days to actually be reviewed. And this actually means it does hurt me in the long run because these are things that somebody might, I might get enough views on these to give me a little bit here and there to help support what I'm doing. Because I got news for you, I don't have unlimited resources. I have to figure out how to get a full-time schedule in here while I do these videos. And also keep in mind that this is, for me, a business I'm moving to. I agree with Eli, the computer guy, that YouTube is a very bad business partner to get and deal with. Now, the reality is, yeah, that it's still the best place to go. I'm still going to see a check from them. I saw one this month. I will most likely still see one next month. Well, unless they demonetize more videos. But I just have this sneaky suspicion that I'm just going to start seeing pretty much every video I load up become demonetized over the course of shortly after they're posted. And oftentimes they're being demonetized within literally a minute of being posted. I mean, there's not even time for a bot to look at it, And like, what is up with this cat video? Why is YouTube demonetizing a cat video? That's crazy. So what do you guys think? Do you think that we could get together and decide, you know what, for a day or for a week, we're just going to turn off monetization on our channel? Because that's what allows them to run ads on our system anyway. Now, what happens? They go, well, what if YouTube just says, well, never mind, we'll just close this thing down because it's not profitable anyway? Good! Something will take its place. People come here because of the eyeballs. And you know what? I think it is a better user experience for everybody if we don't have ads. It'd be way better if all of us could have our own sponsorships in our own ways. Because it's a lot better. Of course, I have the Patreon account, and that's handy. Which, definitely helps out a lot. But we as a community, we could get together and we could stop and say, you know what? What happens? What happens if we together swim in that same direction and for a week's time, turn off all monetization? Then all these advertisers will have paid Google, and Google cannot deliver ads. That's what it's going to take for them to realize that we are in equal partnership with them, with the advertisers, to help make revenue. And the happier they make us, the happier they're going to make themselves, and the happier they're going to make everybody. Let's think about that. Spread this video far and wide. See if other people agree with me. Let me know, should we organize a time to say, let's all turn off our ads? See how YouTube does if they can't sell ad space because we've all turned it off. Let's see if that does something. Let's see if enough people in the YouTube community of us creators can get together and do that. See if, and it'd be a sacrifice for all of us, and I'm willing to do it. You know, you bigger guys, I bet your ad revenue, despite is very significant, you could probably do about without a week, considering all the other deals, many of us have. Consider that. Let's consider putting something together and say, you know what? This is ridiculous. Why is it a cat video is being demonetized? This isn't some algorithm that's gone rogue. I think that this is YouTube figuring out a way to shave some pennies by blocking new videos from being monetized because it means that they have to pay less money out for those videos. And it's just a way to shave off the top, shave off the top, shave off the top. And you know what? It's an unethical thing to do. What do you guys think? Let me know.